Hello everyone and welcome back to Some War on the East. Now let's start the turn off by looking at the event log, and as we can see the blizzard is still continuing. The 1st Airborne Corps Commander, General Major Matevi Ushenko was promoted to General Lieutenant or Lieutenant or however you want to pronounce it. 2 new rifle divisions have arrived. They moved into the front. Units getting unfrozen. 3 disbanded air bases. Renames. So we got the now 2nd Guards BM Howitzer Regiment. We had now the 1st Guards Sapper Regiment. We had now the 17th Guards Rifle Division. The 26th and the 47th Cavalry Divisions were renamed to Guards. And then we have our first actual Guards Cavalry Corps. And then lots of renames for the 42 offensive. Yeah, now the Caucasus front has become the Crimean front. And the Kharkov has become the Southern Ural military district. And upgrades and reorganizing. And stuff still being used. Good. No, yeah. Okay, and some partisans have been formed. Yeah. Yep, everything seems to be pretty good. Okay. Actually, how's our vehicle pool looking? Ooh, almost 1-to-1, but should continue, should be fine. Now, one thing I did notice is that we've finally, unfortunately, lost Kiev. It was really only a matter of time. The amount of forces we had remaining was only 3,000. Jeez, I mean, it's impressive they managed to hold on for that long. And it's just sad that we couldn't break through in time. So, yes, and as you can see along the front, the Germans are starting to get back their combat power and counter-attacking, which is not good. Especially around the Smolensk area, it's not good. We've got a few partisan attacks behind the line. I don't really care about the north. Yeah, there's only 2 finished attacks. Okay, so I guess we'll begin in the north. It's by going into move mode. Go here. I mean, the rail lines aren't repaired. I still have the 34th Army ready to spring into action whenever if the Finns try and move up. But there's literally no point defending this, really. Let's just do something like that for now. And if they continue pushing, I may bring in the 34th, but I don't think they will. Now looking down here, yeah, they are attacking up north with this Panzer Division, the 6th. And yeah, what to do about that? Yeah, they're really dug in well here, unfortunately. And I've only got tank brigades here. That's just great. Okay. Pink can move there. Supported by this pink. The yellows can stay together. You there. So quick we organize so that the armies stay roughly where they should be. And they're in supply. Good. Yeah. Looking good. Here's another part of the 18th. And then the 7th. Jeez. Yeah. But I do think he has moved down some of his panzers. Yeah. Here's the 4th. He has pulled back a little bit, which is good. I can move up. There. 45 is going to be really tough to take down. There's a 10, but I don't think our combat power is strong enough yet. Yeah. So we'll just leave it like that, I guess. This shock army though, they have... Now what's the tax been? Oh, they actually pushed us back. Okay. Yeah, we're losing a lot of men compared to the gen. We lost 7 bombers. Wow. We managed to shoot down 2 fighters though. That's pretty good. Well, what happens to all those routed units? The tank brigade in 2 rifle divisions. Did they just unroute themselves? Possibly. Yeah, I think they must have unrouted somewhere. Anyway. Yes, let's move on. Definitely attack these regiments and somehow lose to them, but okay. This one should not fail. There we go. Yes, and this division can take its spots. Maybe send in the cavalry and then possibly another attack. I didn't even check. Just got to be confident, but not confident enough, unfortunately. There's 71 fighters and 26 bombers. The airfields are really close nearby here. In fact, I probably should be moving mine up. There's a random... Okay, yes. That makes perfect sense. You need to move all the way down here. Come on, where's the rail? Get down here. Yes, I love reorganizing. Okay. So, there's no airfields along here except for this one. And I moved some planes into that one just then. Still got the 4th Shock Army with its building up the 21st Cavalry Corps. That's ready to go. And the 39th is also ready. I'm going to keep them just in defense of Moscow though for the 42 offensive, even though there's still lack of a build-up for whatever reason. Yeah, come on, let's attack the SS. This right gets pushed back. Let's just move the guards up. That is quite a good stack. No, that's not gonna work. Yeah, this should though. There we go. We've actually cut the rail lines to Semensk now. Unfortunately, I don't think that's gonna make. We're not gonna be able to exploit it that well. Oops, and I pressed return to HQ. Yeah, I was just trying to deselect it. That was a classic move. Done by me. Love the inefficiency. Okay. This 1st Shock Army is just kind of sitting around. They should have been ready to exploit the gap, but I do not have foresight, so that's just going to move you up to the northern end. So leave you guys here. Oh jeez, these guys are really broken. The 55th has been in like continuous fighting for a long time, and many of their units is not up to proper fighting strength. I probably should actually just reinforce them with some units from Moscow. Yeah. Here we go. This looks pretty decent stack of units, or in fact this looks better though. Yeah. We have 3. Is there any, oh yes, this tank brigade is actually pretty strong. I guess these guys can follow, and possibly one of them. And okay, these guys. They're going to join the 55th. One of Russia's best fighting formations. Please tell me it's the closest. Yes, it is. So now I should just press G. Oh, G. Get them off the train, and they all should be ready to fight. Oh, and then I got some spare units. So that's on 20. What's this? The 24th needs more men. So they're going to join the 24th. The 29th also needs some guys. Yeah, the 29th needs 3 more divisions as well. Where is the 24th? Up here. I do want just to reinforce them, but I don't have anything that can do the job, unfortunately, so we just have to go with these two, and we still managed to push them back. Technically they're surrounded, but they probably just easily capture it. At least I damaged the lines to Smolensk. That's going to be useful. Let's get this stack. Yeah, they probably look the strongest. Oh, these two are actually pretty strong as well. Anywhere else? No, they're not. You move here, get ready. They're going to be moved out at some stage. Let's just grab these guys and also move them up to the front. Oh, and one of these divisions is really strong. Oh, this one's on 4. Almost unheard of. The 29th. And 29th. There we go. All of them selected. Let's move them down. This is a 4. Wow, what's your secret? Why are you so much better? You're only 80, but your morale seems to be standard. Why are you one better than these guys? I mean, you got 10% more type of equipment though. Yeah, you're in the 80s. I mean, also, what's your training at? 30? Yeah, these are 20s still, yeah. This is actually a more highly trained unit. Yes, I probably should ship more units down here to Bryansk. And then some of these guys are going to be shipped to the front. The 13th could use some manpower. And they seem to be okay-ish. Yeah, the 50th needs men as well. 50th, 20th, and 13th. All need men. Okay, so the 50th guy can go over here. You down here. I'm slightly ruining their combat power by making them a march, but anyway, it's good training for them. Yes, and let's do something like that. Yes, ooh. The first guards units moves to the front. The 13 should be able to easily smash this. Oh, I 20 to 1. 110th gets pushed back. We take up its space. And we continue advancing forward-ish into really nothing. Oh, Mongolev is there. But yeah, it's really a shadow of its former self. But it's all about those propaganda victories though. Let's attack this. 5 to 1. Let's move up into the gap. Oh, not with the HQ, because that's bad. You can stay there. Okay. Now we've got this. Oh wow, the 13th is really weak. That's good for me. That's gonna have to spend some time refitting. Geez, 6.9's really low for a Panzer division. Oh no, it's 7.9. It just had battery con. Okay. Oh, you're on 5. Jeez. Oh, because you're on 40. Yeah, experience does actually make quite a bit of a difference to the combat power. Let's move up. All our broken routed units in the far behind the lines. 6 versus 9. Nope, and the 6 wins. Okay. Damn, how 6,000 men versus 30,000, so they outnumbered 1 to 5. And then they lost 83 men. We lost 520. Jeez. Oh, but they did have air supremacy, but and all my air bases are hanging back, which is probably not good. Oh, and I finally found one of my night bomber bases. I probably should make more night bombers, really. I mean, I'm not doing anything. Oh yes, Brinaz doesn't count as the urban hex. Okay. Let's just go do. Let's go. I mean, I got 2,000 of them, so I mean, I might as well. I'll create another 3. Yeah. Nothing really else we can make at the moment. Actually, ooh, what happened to my artillery brigade that I was making? How are you going? And 50. Yeah. None and I thought these guys would be finished, but no. Only, it's how much is the? Oh, that's when I have 60, 122 millimeters. Okay. I have to wait for a little bit. Yes, these. Yeah, no, I removed all that. Continuing down. Now it's a 2.5. 221. Geez, that's a pretty good defense. It's because it's what marshes. No, it's clear. It's clear. It's got 21. What's this for level? Oh, it's level 2. Yeah, and then they all get stronger. Where is your army? All the way down there, obviously. Yes. To 11, 5, the 5 and the 9. Nope. Wow. They did lose actually quite a lot of bombers though. That was actually pretty good. I'll rate that as a success. Victory over the Luftwaffe, even though it was a ground attack. Oh, and here comes the 9th Panzer now to reinforce the Hungarians and the Slovakians. I'm definitely not going to move into that because you're just going to be attacked by all, on all 4 sides. Chernigov is not going to fall into our hands anytime soon. Yeah. And then we got this. So we lost Kiev, so might as well pull back. You're actually going to have to retreat. The shock armies really did not break through, unfortunately. That's you here. The 5th's going to need reinforcements to make up for the ones that got destroyed. You go here. You're going to have to cross back over the river. I really want someone to fill this gap here. Tank brigade can follow. Now push this back along this rail line. Yeah, I'll keep it something like this for now. Okay, who's the closest? 5th, and it's the weakest, so you can grab all these. What's your... it's on 17. 5th, 17. The 18th is actually pretty weak as well. The 4th, no. The 37th. And then... and 3rd can have one. Okay. You guys can go down there, reinforce the front, and then you go up here. And the mountain division can have a rest for a while because it did extremely well. Yeah. Actually, what I should do, yeah, is probably give these guys a rest and let the 40th take over a bit of the line. Making retreats, and the shock army unit moves up. Oh, this also needs to rest though, yeah. Pretty weak. The offensive did cost us a lot in terms of men. Let's just move you two down and then grab you. Something like that would be pretty good. These units are actually pretty strong. This is on 6, jeez. Really high experience. And also above average morale. Are we going to be attacking anything? We should be able to beat the 8. No, but we're not, unfortunately. Yeah, they've also got a lot of airfields down here as well. Could we? Oh yes, we can actually attack the 12. Or the 9 or the 12. Can we even attack the 12? No, we can't. I just moved new units up. I'll let them rest from their offensive. Yeah, we're not going to break through anywhere up there. Oh, bye-bye. 2. I'm not going to advance because there's little point in advancing along this sector. Bye-bye 1. Yeah. Really lack of German units down here. Could try and take Kievograd? I can't pronounce it. So what we got? Oh yes, now the coastal army needs to actually move back down to the coast and reinforce the paratroopers, who are getting beaten up by the Romanians. Yes, and it'll come down here. And you down here. Okay. The paratroops are going to have to hold on for another turn or two, but they're still in okay shape. And then the rest of the coastal army can help. 61st. Ah, the 5th Panzer Division. I was about to say, this Italian infantry unit's pretty strong. No, it's the 5th Panzer. It's actually, I think that's the 1st Panzer Division down here. I think he must have brought it out of, he must have been refitting these guys. One thing I'm going to do, this looks pretty weak. Select all launch. Now I can actually focus more on my bombing efforts instead of resupplying Kiev onto just attacking units. I'm not sure why the Luftwaffe is not okay. Not really attacking us too much down here, but anyway, they're lost. Oh, and then here they come. Oh, and the 1 point 0.898. 98 to 1. Are you serious? 0.02 off. Okay, can I... Yes. Oh, okay. There's actually quite a few more units in here than I would have liked. Oh, that's the French Volunteer Infantry Regiment. French Volunteers. Yes, let's send these guys after them. Yes, you're gonna take positions up. Yeah, the 19th will pursue a retreating enemy. Really, the 9th Army really needs to have their frontage shortened because they need. They're probably gonna get help. So no, the 56 is going to be my exploiting army because it's entirely made up of cavalry calls. Yeah. So this is a gap or something they can move in. And here's our first guard cavalry corps. I got 60 morale compared to their 50. Even though this one actually has higher morale than it. But anyway. Yes, and then this unit's... Okay, they're going to move... They need to get into position ready to take over a bit of the front line. Let's move them here. Oh, and I still have these guys just sitting on rails, ready to be moved. No, they can be my response force down in the south. They will be needed at some stage. Yes, and then I've got my two. So in terms of reserves, I've got the 39th up top, the 4th shock, and the 39th. No, so the 34th up top. I think I said 39th twice. The 39th and the 4th shock in terms of Moscow, and then really not too much down in the center besides just divisions. And then I got my 46th Army. Am I getting a new army anytime soon? No. I'm getting a new... Oh, well, on the 52nd turn, I'm getting the 58th. And that's not for a while, and then construction and the Polish. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So I'm just going to have to hope that he doesn't go... I mean, there's not too much down. Our curse down here. It's not too much, though, in the way of anything necessary. And also, technically, it's probably my most highly manned fronts. Well, yeah, bits of the front. Oh, damn. I thought that was my years. Just going to attack this Romanian force, but instead we can attack this motorized division. And still 1.87. And yeah, nothing else is going to happen down here until we move these guys. The airfields can move a little bit closer to the front now, though. Oh yes, and talking about airfields, I can do night strikes. Where is... Go on. Oh, that's weather zones. I'm pressing the wrong one. It's bomb units. Night. Okay, and now I should have... Yes, it's up here. You. Now I want you to attack. Let's attack the SS. Yeah. There we go. They lost 16 more men, and for some reason only one of my units launched. And also, why? I'm launching the DB8s. That's really bad. They're meant to be supplying the partisans. That was really poor by me. I should really check when I'm launching. Yeah, no. Gonna stay in there. Yes, you can be launched. U2s. Oh, nothing really happened there, unfortunately. Nothing. And here we go. Okay, I got 5 over here. 5 squadrons. This is attack the strongest up, and unfortunately that's out of range for them. What about here? Nope. What about here? Yes, okay. We'll launch. Select all launch. Where's the HQ? 31 for some reason only went. I'll launch the other 2 now. And only 4. Okay. Well, they at least did some stuff. Yes. Move some stuff around. I already done that. I probably want to create more infantry divisions. Where's infantry? Rifle, sorry. More rifle. Always need more rifle divisions. Okay. And now... one thing I probably want to check. How are my HQs doing? Oh yes, no, I want to do army, because that's the smallest one, right? No, okay, actually I want to do everything but army. No. Why am I doing this wrong? There we go, okay. So the 31st is actually really the weakest all the way up here. So only got 8, jeez. Yes, they actually do need reinforcements from somewhere. No, they're not going to get the light gun brigades. These are all way too weak. They need way more training. Here we go. These guys are actually pretty weak. This is actually okay. Send them up. The 5th Airborne Corps has got nothing in it. Wow. Excuse me. Let's grab them and move them up. Is there anything else? What else is my report saying? The 23rd. Oh, Leningrad's not getting any reinforcements anytime soon. The 52nd. I can grab these 2 divisions. Yes, no, not you. And then they can join the fight. Yeah, well, they can sit on the train for a little bit while longer. 23rd, no, Leningrad, it's not getting anything, and then the 31st. Oh, it's again you. They can receive... what can they get? There's useless rifle brigades lying about except for these 2 divisions. Yeah, 31st. And that helps with the build up. And that's, yeah. And there's you down here with 11 units. Can they, yes, they can grab these guys. Well, yeah, the Braille has to go through Crimea and then come back up. And this will probably be my last bit of a signing, and then I'll move some factories around, and I think my turn is done. Unfortunately, this is probably the beginning of the end for the my Blizzard offensive. Hopefully he can churn out a few more Giles units before his summer offensive. But yeah, gonna have to look after our units, make sure they don't really get too much damage too much, otherwise it's gonna weaken them. Okay. Yes, moves all my units I want to move around. Factory time. I think I moved all the real main factories. Yeah. Don't see any. I just want to make sure. Are these all empty? Because I'm not going to get time to move all of these. Stalino. Okay, good. They're all empty. Oh, and I have this army. Actually, okay. What I'm going to do... Where are you assigned? Staff guy. Okay, the 47th. I completely forgot about. Yeah, 47. Okay. You go. Okay, they're going to be a reserve army somewhere in the middle here, right around Orel. Yeah, so they can be transferred between wherever an army reinforcements are required. This is an amazing unit. Set stack, no. Just need to move them up. And then I'm probably done. Yeah. Okay. Just got a few more stacks to move up. Really strong mountain divisions. Also, wow, what are you on? There was 50%, 50 experience and 48, yeah, morale. Let's get all these guys actually off trains. Oh, these guys can't move, unfortunately. That's... There we go. Good. Yeah, yeah. Just you two guys. That's maybe you here. Then as a stack, move there. And then that should be it. Okay. Factories. Oh wait, are you part of the? Oh, you're also part of the police. Can you move around? Yeah, you can. Get up here. And that should be it. That should be all the 47th Army units. Yes, it is. Okay. Yeah, Rostov can be taken, and I do want to move someone's factories away to Caucasus. Is there anything? Yeah, I don't know where. Yeah, we got 2 armaments factories. Wow, I got 15 in here though. Jeez. Oh, this is making Yak 1s. There we go. Way too many. And there's this place that doesn't... It's not really that much further east though. And... Oh, yeah, you're busy. Chap-Esk has nothing in it. How many, Yeah, I'll move 4 and I'll move them to Chap-Esk, or however you pronounce it. Now we'll destroy my rail cap, I'm done. Turn off factories, moved everything. And I think that's going to be the end of my turn. So we'll have a quick look at OOB. Finally cracking 6 million. Well, actually, having 5.8 million men available. Yes, and then nothing else too much different. Still got 6,000 aircraft. 7,000 tanks, I think that's increased. And then 64,000 artillery pieces. Losses, Germans lost 31,000. We lost 80. Jeez. Mainly disabled. A few, they actually captured, yeah, from Kiev. Unfortunately. 8,000 men. Yes, what's air looking like? 32 to 100. That's pretty good. That's pretty good kill death ratio. Destroyed 20. Yeah, mainly of the H111 H4s. The pretty sure that's the long range heavy bomber version. What about destroyed? What have we've got? Yeah, they got disbanded. Lost all 3 rifle divisions defending Kiev, unfortunately, and the 2 anti-air regiments defending it as well. Well, we did do... They lost 16 units. No, sorry, 15 units in the last 2 turns, which is always good. Production's probably still going well. Yeah. What did I capture? Captured nothing. Okay. Victory screen. It's fine. What is he actually on? 191. So he's going to mine a victory if the turn ended today. But it won't. I think we got our last... Oh no, turn 35. That's going to be... Next turn... we'll... Oh no, these are the units that are coming from... Yeah, going to the National Reserve and all that. Okay, and that seems to be it. Hopefully you can crank out a few more guards units before the end of Blizzard. Unfortunately, brave defenders of Kiev have been defeated. Still no signs of where the summer 1942 offensive is going to be for the Germans. From what I think, he's still got too many panzers up north, really, and not enough down south. Oh, and also talking about armies in reserve, still have the 51st here, not doing anything except digging forts for an offensive, which I don't think is really coming anytime soon. Yeah, only one along this whole entire front, 1 panzer division. Yeah, and then when's the next one? It's all the way up here, the 13th, which is also pretty broken. Yeah, Moscow's looking pretty well defended. Launched all my planes and now I can, yeah, instead of air transporting supplies to Kiev, I can move them on over to air bombing missions now, which is good. And I think that's going to be it for this turn. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye bye.